Gentlemen, what if I told you that something as simple as mixing a spoon of olive oil with one unexpected ingredient before bed could completely change the way your body feels in the morning? I'm talking about deeper energy, stronger desire, and even more reliable performance where it matters most. No risky pills, no expensive treatments, just a natural method that's been hiding in plain sight. In just a few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the exact nighttime mix, the science behind why it works, and how men over 60 are already seeing life-changing results from this routine. And most importantly, I'll show you the right way to do it, because if you get even one part wrong, you'll miss the benefits. Now, before we get into the full recipe, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Mei Anderson. For 25 years, I've specialized in men's health, helping men restore their vitality, rebuild their confidence, and reignite the spark they thought was gone for good. I've seen men who felt drained, frustrated, and disconnected from themselves turn their health around with natural solutions, without relying on quick-fix pills. And today, I'm going to share one of my favorite nighttime protocols with you. But first, let's be real about why this matters. As a man over 50 or 60, you already know your body doesn't feel the same as it once did. Energy isn't as steady, your strength doesn't come as easily, and maybe mornings don't start the way they used to. You've noticed your waistline changing, your stamina dipping, and perhaps intimacy doesn't feel as effortless. And none of this is your fault. Around this age, testosterone levels naturally decline, and it's one of the biggest reasons men feel like they're aging faster than they should. But here's what most men don't realize. Testosterone isn't just about muscle or desire. It's the hormone that fuels your energy, your mood, your clarity of mind, and even how your heart and metabolism perform. When levels fall too low, everything feels harder. That's why I always tell my patients that protecting your testosterone is one of the most powerful ways to protect your vitality as a man. Let me share a story that will sound familiar. One of my patients, George, was 64 when he first came to see me. He told me that he felt like a shadow of himself. His mornings were sluggish, his energy dropped by the afternoon, and intimacy with his wife had become rare. He had tried supplements from the store, even prescriptions, but they either didn't work or left him with side effects he didn't want. What George really wanted was something simple, safe, and effective, something he could stick with. That's when I introduced him to the nighttime olive oil mix I'm about to share with you. After just a few weeks, George noticed he woke up with more drive, his energy carried him through the day, and his confidence with his wife returned. Today, George says he feels 10 years younger. And the best part is, it only takes him a minute each evening to prepare. So why does this mix work when so many supplements fail? The secret lies in how olive oil interacts with this one powerful ingredient to unlock your body's ability to restore testosterone while you sleep. And don't worry, I'll reveal the ingredient, the science, and the exact steps in just a moment. But first, let's talk about why olive oil is such a game changer for men's health. Olive oil is more than just a cooking staple. It's loaded with healthy fats that serve as the building blocks for testosterone production. You see, hormones like testosterone are made from cholesterol. That doesn't mean the greasy, unhealthy cholesterol from fast food. It means the good fats your body uses as raw material. Olive oil provides exactly that. When you give your body the right fats, it can use them to create stronger testosterone levels naturally. But olive oil doesn't stop there. It's also a powerful anti-inflammatory food. Inflammation is one of the silent enemies of men over 60. It clogs blood vessels, weakens erections, slows down recovery, and makes you feel older than you are. The antioxidants in olive oil, especially something called polyphenol, help calm that inflammation and open up healthy blood flow. And better blood flow means better energy, better cardiovascular health, and better performance in the bedroom. Now here's where it gets interesting. Olive oil becomes even more powerful when you combine it with the right partner ingredient. On its own, it's good, but together, they unlock a synergy that supercharges testosterone production and improves circulation while you sleep. And this ingredient is something you probably already have in your kitchen. But before I reveal it, let's explore one more layer of why this works. When you sleep, your body is in repair mode. That's when testosterone is naturally released in its highest amounts. If you can feed your body the right nutrients just before bed, You're essentially fueling that hormone surge while your body does its nightly reset. It's like giving your system the exact tools it needs to rebuild strength, desire, and energy overnight. Think about that for a second. Instead of waking up groggy, you could wake up refreshed. Instead of dragging through the afternoon, you could carry steady energy. And instead of worrying whether your body can respond the way you want it to, you could feel confident again. That's the power of this simple nighttime protocol. Now let's look at the first supporting player in this mix, garlic. Yes, garlic. Most people think of it as just a flavor for cooking, but for men's health, it's much more. Garlic is a natural stress reducer. It lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone that directly competes with testosterone. The more stressed your body is, the lower your testosterone tends to fall. By calming that stress response, garlic helps free your body to produce more testosterone naturally. Not only that, but garlic improves nitric oxide levels, which are crucial for blood flow. If you've struggled with performance or circulation, nitric oxide is your best friend. Combine that with the healthy fats in olive oil, and you get a double effect. Better testosterone support and better circulation. That's why garlic is one of my go-to recommendations for men who want to feel more alive. And we're just getting started. Because when you combine olive oil and garlic with the secret ingredient I'll reveal shortly, the effect becomes even more powerful. Now earlier I mentioned a gentleman named Robert. He's 64, retired, and told me he used to feel unstoppable in his 50s. But over the last few years his evenings became quiet. Not by choice, but because his energy and drive had quietly slipped away. He didn't want medication. He wanted a natural way to feel like himself again. When I suggested something as simple as mixing olive oil with a certain companion ingredient before bed, he laughed. "Doc, that sounds too simple to do anything." But he tried it anyway. Within weeks, his mornings were different. He woke up with more energy, and his wife even noticed the difference in his mood and vitality. Why did this work for him? Because olive oil isn't just fat on your plate, it's a molecular powerhouse. But it doesn't act alone. When paired with the right natural booster, it creates an environment in your body where testosterone production can be nudged upward, circulation can improve, and your cells respond like they did years ago. Now let me pause here. I want you to really picture something. Imagine the younger version of yourself. How you felt when you woke up ready for the day, when your body responded the way you wanted it to, when intimacy wasn't something you hoped would happen but something you knew you could count on. That feeling isn't gone forever. It's hidden, waiting for the right conditions. And this is where science meets simplicity. Testosterone production in men doesn't just fall off a cliff after 60. It slows because of specific pressures. Oxidative stress, poor circulation, and changes in the way your body uses cholesterol. You see, cholesterol isn't the villain. It's the raw material your body uses to make testosterone. Without proper support, your body simply can't convert it effectively. That's why so many men feel sluggish, heavy, or disconnected from their former selves. This is where olive oil steps in. The monounsaturated fats in olive oil act like prime fuel for testosterone synthesis. They help shuttle cholesterol into the exact pathway, where it can become testosterone instead of harmful plaque. But here's the secret most men don't know. When you combine olive oil with a particular bedtime ingredient, you amplify that effect. It's like giving your body both the raw materials and the spark to ignite production. Now I know you're curious. What's this companion ingredient? Hold on, because I'm going to share it with you soon. But before I do, let me explain why timing matters. Your body isn't static throughout the day. Testosterone has a rhythm, a cycle. For most men, levels peak in the morning and dip at night. By providing the right nutritional signal before bed, you're essentially telling your body to recharge its hormonal batteries overnight. Instead of letting your levels flatline, you're setting yourself up to wake up with a boost. That's why the before-bed protocol works so well. It takes advantage of your natural rhythm, working with your body instead of against it. Let me give you another real example. A patient named Leonard, age 68, came to me frustrated. He was active, played golf, even ate relatively clean. But he said, "Dr. Anderson, no matter what I do, I just don't feel that spark anymore." We looked at his habits and sure enough, He was missing key nutrients at the exact times his body needed them most. I suggested the olive oil mix protocol, tailored to his nightly routine. Within a month, Leonard was calling me to say his golf buddies asked what his secret was. He looked more energized, his swing was stronger, and privately, he admitted his evenings with his wife had changed for the better. That's the power of combining clinical knowledge with simple, natural steps. Now let me go a little deeper into the science, but I promise to keep it simple. Testosterone production depends on something called Leydig cells in your testes. These cells are like little factories. But over time, toxins, stress, and poor circulation clog up the machinery. Olive oil provides the grease to keep the gears turning. But there's another step. These cells need antioxidant protection at night when repair happens. This is where the bedtime companion ingredient comes in. It's packed with compounds that reduce oxidative stress, repair those tiny testosterone factories, and encourage them to pump out more hormone naturally. Paired with olive oil, it's like giving your body the fuel and the repair kit at the same time. Now, before I reveal the ingredient, I want you to understand why most men never hear about this. The supplement industry is built on selling you bottles and bottles of complicated pills. But nature doesn't work in isolated chemicals, it works in synergy. And when you use a food-based protocol, you're not forcing your body, you're guiding it back to balance. So what is this ingredient? It's as simple as garlic. Yes, garlic. When consumed raw or lightly crushed, garlic contains allicin, a compound that improves circulation, reduces cortisol, that stress hormone that blocks testosterone, and supercharges the effects of healthy fats like olive oil. Taken together at night, olive oil provides the raw materials, while garlic clears the path, reduces blockages, and signals your body to direct more energy into testosterone production instead of stress responses. When Robert combined just a teaspoon of olive oil with a small crushed clove of garlic before bed, he gave his body both the building blocks and the spark. Within weeks, his blood work confirmed what he already felt: higher free testosterone and improved energy. The beauty of this is in its simplicity. No expensive medications, no risky shortcuts, just natural synergy between two everyday foods. And I want you to notice something. At no point did Robert or Leonard feel like they were forcing their body. Instead, they described it as waking something up, almost like uncovering a part of themselves that had gone quiet. You might be wondering, will this work for you? Here's what I tell every patient. Results vary, but when your body gets the right signal consistently, change is possible at any age. Even men in their 70s and 80s have reported more vitality using this protocol. But here's the key. You have to use it consistently, and you have to respect the timing. Taking this before bed is what sets up your hormones to repair and recharge overnight. And there's one more benefit men often overlook. Garlic, combined with olive oil, isn't just about testosterone. It also supports heart health, improves blood flow, and can even lower harmful cholesterol. That means the very same protocol that helps with your vitality is also protecting the very system that keeps you alive and thriving. This is why I get so passionate about teaching men over 60 natural approaches. You're not broken. You don't need to settle for decline. You simply need to give your body the right signals. So let's talk about how to actually do this in the simplest way possible. Here's the nightly protocol I recommend. About 20 to 30 minutes before bed, take 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. Make sure it's a high-quality cold-pressed oil, because that's where the active compounds are preserved. Then take 1 small clove of garlic. Crush it lightly with the back of a spoon or knife to activate the allicin. Wait about a minute, and then swallow it with the olive oil. That's it. No complicated routine, no long shopping list. Just 2 natural foods, paired together, at the right time of day. Some of my patients like to chase it with a small sip of water or herbal tea to soften the flavor. But the important thing is consistency. Night after night, this tells your body, it's time to repair, recharge, and redirect energy back into testosterone and vitality. Now let me be clear, this isn't an overnight miracle. You won't wake up tomorrow with the energy of a 25-year-old. But within a few weeks, many men begin noticing subtle shifts. Easier mornings, more energy through the day, more confidence in their intimate life. Over time, those subtle changes build into something powerful. I've seen men who thought their best years were behind them regain the spark in their eyes, the spring in their step, and the confidence in their relationships. That's what happens when you give your body what it needs, when it needs it. And here's something that might surprise you. Even though this is a protocol designed to support testosterone, many men report bonus benefits like clearer thinking, better sleep, and fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom. That's because improving circulation and reducing stress hormones has ripple effects throughout your entire system. Think of it like this. You're not just turning on testosterone, you're tuning up your whole engine. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, Dr. Anderson, I've tried natural remedies before and they didn't work. And I understand that frustration. But the difference here is synergy and timing. Olive oil alone, helpful but limited. Garlic alone, also good, but not targeted enough. Together, before bed? That's when the magic happens. That's when you align with your body's natural repair cycle and unlock change. So if you're a man over 60, and you've been feeling like you're slowing down, like your energy is slipping, or like intimacy feels harder than it used to be, this is your invitation to try something different. Something natural. Something simple. Because the truth is, you don't need to live at half power. You don't need to watch your vitality fade. You can take action, starting tonight, with nothing more than what's already in your kitchen. Now, before I wrap up, I want to share one more story. A patient of mine, Charles, age 72, started this protocol almost skeptically. He said, "Doc, if this works, I'll be shocked." 2 months later, he sat in my office with a grin and said, "You were right. I feel like a new man." His wife even called me separately to thank me. That's the kind of transformation that keeps me excited after 25 years in men's health. And I want that for you. So here's what you can do right now. Tonight, try the olive oil and garlic protocol. Stick with it for a few weeks and see how your body responds. And while you do, keep learning. Because knowledge is power. And the more you understand about your body, the better you can support it. That's why I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel, Vital Health Seniors. Every week, I share science-backed strategies to help men over 60 reclaim their vitality, their energy, and their performance, without risky shortcuts. And if you're ready for the next step, I've prepared another video that dives into 3 common health foods that secretly lower testosterone in older men. If you've been eating them, they may be undoing your progress. Click on that video now, because it could save you months of frustration. Remember, your best years aren't behind you. They're ahead of you, waiting to be unlocked. And it starts with one small action tonight. I'm Dr. Mei Anderson, and I'll see you in the next video.